What's up, everybody? This is Jack from Crypto 49er, bringing you my knowledge in cryptocurrency. Today I want to talk about sending Bitcoin without fee, well, almost without fee. I'll explain that in one bit. But before I do, let me go ahead and give away some Steam or some Litecoin, depending on what you guys want, obviously, depending on who the winner is, what address you gave me. Anyway, the trivia question was, which service lets you create shortened links, like Bitly, that will earn you cryptocurrency? I thought I'll make it vague and make it hard, but actually it was so easy because you guys can look up online and find the answer. So going forward, I'll make the questions a little bit more specific to my videos so that the answer cannot be found online as easily. And in reality, no one actually found the answer that I was looking for. But let's go ahead and give you guys the answer. So the answer I was looking for is Coinhive. I made a video about Coinhive a little over a month ago. And Coinhive, for people that don't know, is a crypto mining site. So what it is if you are a website owner, you can use their service and the visitors of your website will be mining cryptocurrency for you. But the other service that they provide is link forwarding. So you can monetize your short links to your content. So the same process where the links you create will actually route to the mining services first. So mine for like 5 to 10 seconds or maybe sometimes longer, depending on the settings you set. Then it'll go to the site that you link to. So that was the one answer I was looking for. But as I see it in here on Steam, you guys gave me a lot of different answers, which is fine. You know, I did check through them, make sure that they're legit, like Linkshrink. It's a legit site, and it does pay out in Bitcoin, even though you need to gather up to $15 before you can get payout on Bitcoin. And the other one is ability.me, so it looks like another one that's showing URL and earn money and Bitcoin. So these are valid sites, so these are valid answers. The other one that was mentioned was CoinURL. Although when I type in CoinURL, it seems like people are saying that it's a scam or not. So I don't know. I mean, it seems like it could be a scam. I don't really know at this point. It seems like it's more like the site's dead. When I tried to visit the site, it wasn't working. And I checked on the Twitter page. They haven't tweeted for over a year now. So I guess CoinURL is dead. But anyway, since all of you guys provided an answer, and I know, and as Tejan Dehan mentioned, people are just copying his answers. Unfortunately, that is the case with these trivia questions. People will be copying other people's answer. Hopefully, by making my questions a little bit more specific to my video, again, people that are copying your answer might end up getting the wrong answer. So let's see what happens for next week's trivia question. But anyway, for this week, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 people have answered the question and answered it correctly. So let's go ahead and pick a winner. And the winner is number 6. So that is Cooper28. You won this week's trivia giveaway. And I'll be sending you $5 in Steam shortly. Alright, on to today's topic. Today I want to talk about sending Bitcoin without fee. So I thought about this because I made a video recently about the Edge Secure wallet. And on one of the support section, they said, how do I pay an extra fee to get my transactions to confirm faster? And they list out a method called child pays for parent transaction. So what I wanted to do and what I wanted to show you in this video originally was trying to get a Bitcoin transaction stuck and then use the child pays for parent process to unstuck that transaction. But I wasn't able to do that because on Blocktivity, this is a site that you can use to check the activity, the block, like in terms of how filled up or how congested a particular blockchain is. And if you look at Bitcoin, right now it is at 38% capacity, meaning it's not congested at all. So what that also means was that I wasn't able to get my Bitcoin transaction stuck. So I'll show you guys what I did. So literally, I was just sending a very small amount of Bitcoin from my Ledger Nano S to my Edge Secure wallet. And I was sending that, and I was like seeing, okay, let's see the transaction fee. So first of all, they have a high transaction fee. And even for high real fast confirmation, it takes 12 cents, okay? 12 cents. Remember, we were paying like $20, $30 at one point a few months ago. Now we're paying 12 cents. This is crazy. So anyway, so now that's for high transaction. For low transaction, it takes 7 cents. So then I was thinking, let me go ahead and go select the custom fee section and make it a 0 satoshi, so I wouldn't be paying any fees at all to send this transaction over and hopefully get it stuck. It even lists you right here, as the picture showed you, that the fees I'm paying is 0. BTZ is 0. but it doesn't work. The ledger did not let me send the transaction over. So what I ended up doing was send a 1 satoshi transaction, 1 satoshi per byte transaction instead to my Edge Secure wallet. And it worked. So it was pending. I thought it was going to get stuck, but it didn't. It actually went through in the first block. Again, because of the fact that Bitcoin is not filled to capacity right now. But when I went into the ledger, I saw that there's a button right here, a little lightning icon. I was like, what does that mean? It's not the Lightning Network. No wallet that I know of supports Lightning transactions yet. So I know that wasn't for Lightning Network. But what it is when I click on the button is to accelerate confirmation. So what you can do is to send another transaction through with a much higher fee and be able to push through the previous one. So this is not so much the child pays for parent that as described in Edge Secure, but more, I think this is more like a replace by fee situation where you end up just replacing the previous transaction with a higher fee transaction. At least that's my understanding. I could be wrong on this. Anyway, but I didn't have to do this because it ended up actually going through. That 1 satoshi per byte transaction went through. So then I'm like, okay, let me send this back. Let me just try to send it back on the Edge Secure side and send it back using 0 fee and try to get stuck again. So I went in, I set it to 0 fee, but then it wouldn't let me do that either. It says invalid network fee option, custom and or custom fee is set to 0. So it wouldn't let me do that. And even when I set to 1 satoshi per byte transaction, it still wouldn't go through. Now just telling me that there's transaction failure, so it's a broadcast error. So that's pretty much where I'm just like, okay, I don't think I'm able to show the child pays for parent and how to actually do this. So, but essentially the idea is, and I wish they even had screenshots. It would be so much nicer if Edge could actually show you screenshots on how to do it. But the point being is, if you see a pending transaction that gets stuck, what you want to do is copy that destination transaction address and then create a new transaction and send all of your coins to that new address and then choosing a higher fee. So that's the point. So what you end up doing is you're pushing the transaction through. At least that's my understanding. This might cost a lot of mining fees as it will spend your entire wallet balance back to yourself. So now for people that have watched my previous videos, I have told you guys that Bitcoin transactions are really like checks, where you actually, when you're sending a transaction out, you're not actually sending out actual money, you're actually sending out checks in a sense. That's my best analogy to the situation. And then every single time you send something back out from that wallet, you're sending one of these checks. If you're not using the entire amount, a part of it gets sent back to you and it becomes another new check. That's the idea of it. And what happens is if you are sending one large transaction, you have to combine all your checks together and send that to one location. And when you combine all these checks together, the transaction can get very large and you end up paying a lot in fees if the network is very congested. And this checks model that I'm describing is called UTXO, Unspent Transaction Output. Right now, because the fees are so low, the best thing to do is to consolidate your UTXOs. Basically, all the unspent transactions in your wallet right now, you should combine them all into a single check, really. So then that way, the next time you need to send something out, you're just using that one check and that transaction size will be a lot smaller. And the simplest way to do it is just send your funds back to yourself. All the funds to a new address to yourself, and that's it. That's the simplest way to do it. So, and that's pretty much the bottom line. Bitcoin blocks are less than 50% capacity. If you have a wallet that lets you set your own fee, you can put a 1 satoshi per byte charge and effectively send your transaction for 1 cent USD. Because Bitcoin uses the UTXO model, take advantage of this time to consolidate your UTXOs. So that's my video for today, guys. Let me know what you guys think. Oh, and one other thing. You should always check blocktivity ahead of time before you do this to make sure the network's not congested, and also to check the bitcoinfees.earn.com to make sure that the byte size that you're sending through, it's the correct amount. So like and subscribe, hit the bell icon for post notifications. If it isn't crypto, it isn't worth mining, it isn't worth speculating. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.